relationship that is built on the struggle of another woman, or any foundation that is built on the tears of another woman, wouldn't last long. And here is the reason why. If you're a girl and you dated a guy and he left you for another woman, or let me say you guys were married and he decided to divorce you because of another woman, then make sure you watch this video till the end.
This is to all of my sad girls who are sad because their man left them for another woman. I want to tell you something. I know in your mind you think he's going to treat the next better than he treated you because he left you for that woman. But when a relationship starts off on betrayal because your ex betrayed you by leaving you for another woman and that girl betrayed you by taking your man, the relationship of the foundation is never going to work out because the relationship started off on betrayal and they are going to reap what they sow. When you sow betrayal, you are going to reap betrayal. For example, my ex cheating on his ex with her own aunt, then jumped into this relationship with me and cheated on me and called the cops on me. I sowed betrayal. I took another woman's man. This is why you never take another woman's man, because you are going to reap your own betrayal. My ex ended up cheating on me and calling the cops on me, and I reaped what I sowed, which was betrayal. So you guys have to understand that I know you think that he's going to treat the next better than he treated you, but at the end of the day, it's not going to happen because he is going to sow what he reaps, and he's going to self-sabotage all of the relationships that he's in because he's unwilling to grow and he is an unhealed person.
The other woman is the upgrade. Listen to me and listen to me good in this video. If your man cheated on you, salute the other woman. Give her her props. Give her her flowers. Don't be mad at her. Don't be angry at her. She's the upgrade. So you got to understand, you'll never be able to compete with a woman with no morals, because her self-esteem is so low. She will do whatever it takes to win the man. I don't care what she got to do. I don't care if she has to, take money out her bank account and buy him things to win his affection. I don't care if she has to sleep with him during his lunch breaks. She know you and him live together. She know you and him are married, but she also knows where he works. She may even be a co-worker. She's screwing him on the job. She's his work wife. See, you'll never be able to compete with a woman that is desperate enough to do anything to steal a man from another woman. There's just no comparison, sis. When you break up with him, don't be bitter. Don't be mad. Don't be upset. A lot of us do get angry because, that anger comes from a place of having your emotions toyed with. You are entitled to be angry. I understand that, because that man lied. That man lied. The entire relationship had you believing in a fairy tale, only for you to find out he was fucking around behind your back with a lowlife, okay? A bottom of the barrel lowlife. I don't care how pretty this woman is. I don't care how much money she makes. She may make more money than you and drive a better car than you, but the bitch is trash when it comes to the morals. She don't have no self-respect. She don't have no dignity. She's trash, okay? But listen, she's an upgrade. Did you ever think that in the back of his mind, him being in a relationship with her benefits him more than it does with you? She's going to allow him to cheat. She's going to allow him to get away with disrespecting her. She's going to allow him to get away with putting his hands on her because she's that fucking desperate for validation from a man. She's a pick-me. How can you possibly compete with that, girl? Just go ahead and let that man be with her. Cut him off and let them be together. So, if you're wondering why she stalks your social media, it's because he's constantly comparing y'all. He's constantly bringing your name up to her. And if she's thirsty and desperate enough to cling on to him to keep his attention so that she feels validated, she will stalk him and keep up with your life so that she can talk to him about you too. You're the common denominator in their conversations, and that's how she stays relevant. Let her have him.
Just a friendly reminder, if he chose another woman over you, or he made it clear he didn't want you, make him stand on his decision. If you told him, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, and he did one of those things after you said, I'll never talk to you again, and he did that, that's because he's clearly saying he could care less if y'all ever talk again or if y'all work, because he wanted that other woman, or he wanted to do what he wanted to do. So make him stand on that decision, and you're never going to talk to him again. I don't care how much he reaches out. You're never talking to him again, because that's what he chose. That's what he wanted. So now what you're going to do is get hotter, get fitter, and find you someone better, And then he's going to be watching and he's going to be sick as he continues to try to reach out to you. And you're never going to let him talk to you ever again. And he will be sick. And then he'll end up blocking you because he's so sick to his stomach, because he's sick of seeing you succeed. Okay, make him stand on it.
If he leaves you, because 9 times out of 10 he thinks he can do much better than you, do this. Most of the time guys will leave because they think that they can do much better, and they think that, and this is one of the things that they'll say. They'll be like, hey, like, you know, you deserve someone better than me. They'll try to mask it by saying you should go be with someone else, aka they found someone that they thought was better than you and they would like to go pursue that. Many women are like, hey, no, he's not going to come back, he's not going to do this, he's not going to do that. 9 times out of 10 that guy comes back because the person that he left you for isn't you. Like, guys will leave for temporary fun just to be fulfilled within that, you know, maybe week, 2 week, maybe 3 months, but they still want to come back to the person that they actually love, but they just want that temporary fun. He will come back, but let me tell you, you can't take someone back that wanted temporary fun and wanted to go do what they wanted to do and then come back and try to be serious with you. I've always said this, you only disrespect yourself when you keep taking someone back that didn't choose you first.
If a guy leaves your life because he thinks he can do better than you, let me tell you right now what's going to happen. From a guy's perspective. So he's going to go out there thinking he can do better. And then he's going to realize what he lost. And he's going to be like, dang, I really miss her. And I talk about this in my books all the time. And he's going to reach out to you again. And when he does, I need you to pinky promise me. Pinky promise me right now that you are not going to fall.
If a guy is willing to betray his woman to be with you, what makes you think he's going to be faithful to you? The way you got him is the same way you're going to lose him. If you snatch this man from his girlfriend or from his wife, then guess what? This man is going to leave you for another woman. Another woman is going to snatch him from you. A lot of you thought being with this man, even though you knew he had a girlfriend or you knew he had a wife, was going to make you that woman. You thought he was going to treat you way better than he treated the woman he left for you. But guess what? The same way he betrayed her is the same way he's going to betray you. And sometimes the way he's going to betray you is way worse than he did the previous woman. So what I want you guys to understand is karma is very real. Karma is real. What you do to people will come back to you. The way you treat people matters. Whatever you put out there in the universe is going to bounce back to you, and sometimes it's going to bounce back 10 times hard. Not to say I'm judging anyone in this video. I'm not in the position to judge anybody, but the way you treat people matters. What you do to anyone will come back to you, be it good, be it bad. It's going to come back to you. If he left his girlfriend for you, if he left his wife for you, or you decided to snatch this man from his girlfriend or from his wife, be very careful, because a man who can easily be snatched by another woman is not a man that you want to keep. It's not a man that can be kept. A real man cannot be snatched. Any man who decides to betray you and be with another woman, even though you stood for him, even though you fought for him, even though you were the perfect woman, you were a good girl to this guy, he doesn't deserve you. And you should be very happy, because if a man was willing to stoop so low to betray you and be with another woman for whatever reason, be it for sex, be it for money, guess what? It's to your own benefit, because who even wants to keep a man that can be snatched? Nobody wants to keep a man that can be taken. I've never seen a guy who betrayed a woman and ended up in a better position, who left a good girl who stood by him and ended up in a better position. Two things are involved. Either he's going to end up getting played, or he's going to end up realizing what he lost. And most of the times when they fumble the bag, they are going to spin the block. They always come back. They want to see if they can still get some of that good stuff. But guess what, sis? Don't give this guy a chance to come back and play you for a fool all over again. Any man who was willing to betray you, it means he decided to take that decision. So let him deal with the consequences of his actions. If he left you for another woman, he was directly telling you, I am willing to go about my life and move on without ever talking to you again, without ever seeing you again. I was willing to throw away whatever we have to be with this woman, to choose this woman, don't give him access back into your life. Make sure you keep that door shut. Let him deal with the consequences of his actions. Stop giving chances to men who have fumbled you, betrayed you, played you for a fool, who fucked around and found out that you were the best thing that ever happened to them, and now they are trying to spin the block and come back into your life. The audacity. It's the audacity for me. And the most disgraceful or shameful thing to do as a woman is giving your body or giving access to a guy who betrayed you, who left you for another woman, who got married to another woman, who dated another woman behind your back, who got another woman pregnant while you guys were still dating. You have the audacity to still give him access to you. He comes back into your life and you're giving your body to him. This is the most shameful thing you can do as a woman. And I'm not in a position to judge anyone, but I'm just trying to tell you that this guy is going to take you for a fool. You think giving him a chance makes you this good girl. Well, guess what? He sees you for a fool. He sees you for a dummy. In his eyes, you are desperate. Because if the roles were reversed, this guy wouldn't tolerate the nonsense you're tolerating. This guy wouldn't give you access to him. He wouldn't allow you back into his life. And even if he does, he's going to play you for a fool. He's going to use you and he's going to carry out his revenge because you betrayed him. So why are you allowing access to men who betrayed you, who left you for other women and came back, and you're still giving them access to your body? You're still accommodating these men. You're still talking to these men, smiling with these men. And even to the woman who snatches a guy from his girlfriend or from his wife, you're never going to be happy with this guy. Karma is going to catch up with you. Karma is going to eat you up one day. It's going to hurt 10 times worse because you are willing to betray someone to get what you want. Anything that is built on the tears of another person, on the struggle of another person, on the heartbreak, or anything that you had to put someone through pain and through heartbreak to get, doesn't last long. It's just a matter of time for karma to catch up with you. It's just a matter of time before he betrays you to be with another woman. And sometimes they will leave you, who decided to snatch them, to go back to their ex. They will leave you to go back to their ex. I've seen it in so many situations. I had this guy I was in a relationship with. Guess what? He cheated on me while we were dating and he got a girl pregnant. And this girl he got pregnant, the girl knew about me throughout. She knew that I was in a relationship with this guy. She knew he was my boyfriend. But guess what? She still decided to play her cards and snatch him and still get pregnant for him. Like, you cannot compete with a woman who is willing to do anything to keep a man. You cannot compete with a pygmisha. You cannot compete with a pygmy woman. You cannot compete with a woman who is willing to spend her money to get a guy, to get pregnant, to keep a man. You cannot compete with this type of woman because these are women who will go to any extent just to keep that guy. And if that guy doesn't love you enough, he's going to leave you. So at the end of the day, most of the times we are fond of blaming the other woman, but blame your man, sis, because real men can be snatched. A guy who really loves you is going to stick with you. He wouldn't even cheat on you. He's going to stick with you throughout the relationship. But if he's cheating, it just shows that he's a weak man. And if if the other woman is willing to go the extra mile just to keep him, spending money on him, giving him money, just basically doing everything to keep this guy, then guess what, sis? You can win. It goes both ways. You can compete with a woman who a man loves, and you can compete with a woman who is willing to do anything to keep a man. So if your man is snatched, it's because he never really loved you like that. He never really loved you like that to begin with in the first place. Real men cannot be snatched. You guys know the funniest part about all of this is, even though I was in a relationship with this guy, even though my picture was on his cover page on Facebook, even though he kept flaunting my picture on all his social media accounts, there was still another woman, and this woman knew about me. This is what I want you guys to understand. There are women who will know about you, who will know that this guy is in a relationship with you, and they will still be willing to give their bodies to this guy. They will still be willing to sleep with this guy. They will still be willing to do whatever to snatch this guy from you. Even though she knew all of this about this guy, and even though he would blatantly tell her, I have a girlfriend, I'm in a relationship, she was still willing to use all her resources to snatch him. She was willing to use her money, her body, sex, even to the extent of getting pregnant just to keep this guy or just to snatch him. And this is what I want you to understand. You cannot win with this type of woman. A woman who is willing to spend her money on a man just to snatch him from you. Do you have money to spend on a man just to keep him? So if another woman is willing to spend her money on a guy just to get him from you, then guess what? He upgraded. That's an upgrade for him, because he's like, I've met a girl who is willing to give me money and you're not giving me a dime. So why would I stick with you? Why would I be with you? This is the extent to which some women will go just to keep a guy. But do you know the irony? He used to take money from her and spoil me. He used to take money from her and give me to do one or two things. This is the funniest part about the whole situation. Like, I came to realize this at the end of the relationship. This is to tell you guys that you're spending money on a dude who will in turn take your money and spend on another woman just because you're trying to keep him. You're getting pregnant for a dude who at the end of the day will still go back begging his ex, who he decided to betray, for you. Like, just imagine that even after she got pregnant for this dude, it took him just a year to come back begging, to come back sliding into my DMs, begging, trying to get a conversation with me. But guess what? I left him blocked. Till this day, I haven't offered a word to him, because I'm that kind of woman. When I realize that a man is willing to betray me or pick another woman over me because of money, then you're a man who can be bought. You're not the type of man I want for myself. I want a man who is willing to stand by me in every situation. Loyalty is an expensive currency and you can't expect it from cheap people. Any man who was willing to betray you and leave you for another woman because of money, because of sex, because he thought he would have a better life with this woman than you, doesn't deserve your time, your energy. He doesn't even deserve a word from you. Because guess what? If this guy was willing to make this decision and betray you, he knew it was going to hurt you. He knew this decision was going to break you, but he still decided to make the choice that was going to benefit him the most, because he thought being with her, he was going to have this lavish lifestyle. He was going to get spoiled, since she's basically the one spoiling him, giving him money, doing everything to keep him. He knew he was going to have a soft baby boy lifestyle being with this girl. But guess what, sis? If he's coming back to beg you, then it's because the grass wasn't green on the other side. If he's coming back to spin the block, it's because he discovered that he fumbled the bag. And even if he didn't fumble the bag, you cannot give access to someone who is disloyal. Don't accommodate people who have been disloyal to you. Don't give them access back into your life, because they will still play you for a fool all over again. For all the girlies watching this video who have been left by their partners and you're going through it, you're hurt, well, let me tell you guys something. It's going to hurt for a bit. But after some time, you're going to realize that it was a blessing in disguise. Every disappointment is a blessing. Everyone who God removes from your life is because he heard conversations you didn't hear, and he saw things you didn't see. He knows their heart. He knows their intentions. He knows that these people weren't for you in the first place to begin with. That is why he removed them from your life. That is why this guy decided to betray you. That is why this guy left you, because he wasn't genuine. He isn't loyal. And even the woman he left you for, he isn't going to be loyal to her, because guess what? Any relationship that is built on the tears of another woman, any relationship where you had to be betrayed in order for this relationship to continue, it wouldn't last. It wouldn't last. I've seen it in my situation, and a lot of you may have experienced the very same thing. They left you for another woman and they aren't even happy in this relationship. And this new woman they left you for, they didn't even end up with this woman. A lot of women have this tendency of pouring their aggression, their anger, their hate towards the other woman. Well, guess what? The other woman isn't your problem. The problem is your man. Your man wasn't loyal to you. Your man was a cheat. Your man was disloyal. He was a disloyal bastard. He decided to lie, betray you, cheat on you, make you a fool. But guess what, sis? The other woman isn't the problem. If she decided to date this guy, knowing fully well that he had a partner, knowing fully well he had a wife or a girlfriend, she's going to get her own karma. She's going to get her own karma. But she's not your problem. Your man was the problem. This is what I want you to understand. So, besties, I hope you learned so much from this video. Make sure you drop your thoughts on the comment section. Drop your experiences. If you had something similar to mine, leave it in the comment section. I'm dying to see it. And I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you.